has...
You didn't know?
You can say we are the in crowd.
Acknowledge us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Stadium Rant proudly presents to you the most electrifying wrestling show in the world. We are your hosts, The Big Show, Shake and Bake, the Nard Dog, Bernard Green, and the Professor, Nicholas Mullick. We're the Ringside Boys. This is Ringside Rant, brought to you by Stadium Rant. Listen, chat, you better get after it tonight. We got a lot to get into. Okay, NXT is firing on all cylinders. A good amount to talk about there. Saturday night's main event is this Saturday, live from the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum on beautiful Long Island. It's not in Long Island, chat. It's on Long Island. If you're not from New York, you probably don't know that, but now you do for no reason. So there you go. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A little bit. We're going to touch a little bit about Dark Side of the Ring, a little bit of Monday Night Raw stuff. Unfortunately, some more news on Vince McMahon. Again, nothing surprising, just more. A couple other things we're going to touch on. Stuff we've talked about a lot in the past, and we don't got to talk too much about it, but definitely a little bit update on a few people and other things going on. So, gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing good. I think the best news of the week for me, if you've seen my articles on stadiumrant.com, Dark Side of the Ring is official. Season 6 is on the way. Super excited about that, man. And yes, I will be reviewing each episode on the website, and we'll probably talk about it, some of the episodes as well on the podcast if we have time for it. But yeah, it was awesome. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, some of them we will definitely talk about. There's definitely some big names on that list. BG, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Heck of a week, long week. I'm glad it's over. I'll go into work tomorrow, but I'm not working, if that makes any sense to you guys. Christmas party tomorrow, bonus checks coming in tomorrow. You already know what time it is. Christmas is around the corner. And, hey.
BG's getting a championship belt for himself for Christmas. Is that what that means?
Hopefully. But what I want to do, I want to get. I want to get I want all of us to have championship belts whenever we do this show and all. What type of belts it is and all. It's just something to think about. But yeah, heck of a week, and look forward to the weekend.
Bro, we need to make our own belt, like our own Stadium Rant type belt. That would be so fun.
There are websites you can do that.
Yeah, there are. But that'll
where
be
are we
later
gonna start
on.
Here? I think we're gonna start probably with what's the oldest news. You know what I'm saying? Things that happened pretty much after we signed off last week that carried into this week. This is kind of what I teased earlier. We've talked a lot about Nia Jax and her mishandling of things, and in my opinion, she finally did what she should have done a long damn time ago. She deactivated her Twitter. She couldn't handle it. And I'm not shitting on her for deactivating her Twitter. I think that's probably the best thing she's done since she's returned to WWE. Because there are certain people that can just ignore it and just let it go. And there are people that it actually gets to them. And clearly Nia was affected by this. So I'm actually happy for her that she was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to let this get to me anymore. Because like we've also said on this podcast, Lena, I don't know her last name. My apologies. Fanani.
Fun.
Yeah, okay.
I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry.
Banani, yeah, super white guy moment there. Anyway, she seems like a good person. Whatever. So I'm glad she did that, at least for herself, and she doesn't have to like deal with this stuff anymore. I don't know if that it pays off in the ring, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah. The quote was Nia Jax needs to keep her mouth shut, and this is definitely a step in that direction. So, not great news, but it's news. It happened.
Yeah, nobody should be surprised. I mean, no. Listen, first off, I hope Nia Jax, the person, Lena, I think that's what her name is. I hope she's doing okay. Because let's be real, social media is one of the worst inventions of all time, in my opinion. I think it's like a complete chaotic environment. It's done a ton of harm, and some of the stuff that's posted on there affects people. It really does. But when you go out there and you decide to make these tweets criticizing the fans and saying dumb stuff like that, and the one that really got to me, and I think she had a wake-up call after she retweeted someone with Jacob Fatu, basically claiming that
Oh, yeah.
I posted out of the tweet. I'm not going to say, I'm going to use some expletives here. Jacob Fatu is going after a fan saying your mom sucks a Johnson.
Sucks dick, yes.
Oh, you're going to straight up say it. Okay. Lena decides to post this, and I've got this. I got it right here on my phone. I screenshotted it. She says, a lot of you wrestling fans' moms should be sucking more D. Plenty of you could have just been swallowed. Now, do you see a problem with that?
Probably shouldn't say that.
Like,
no.
I get you're a heel. I get like the fans don't like you, but going after these people and tweeting something like that saying, oh, you should have been swallowed instead of whatever happens. I don't know. But going out there and saying that does more harm to you than it does to everyone else. And it's you being an idiot and saying something stupid.
Because you're a public figure.
Yeah, I cannot believe she tweeted that. Yeah. Like, and before she deleted her social media, she deleted the tweet after deactivating her brain, posting that. But yeah, this has to be done because she was getting a ton of hate, ton of heat, and nobody deserves it. And she needs a break off of it. But Nia, I think that her getting off of social media is the first part of the healing process. It really is. And my advice to her is, now that you've deleted social media and you've put the phone down, go to the performance center and learn how to wrestle. And maybe that'll be step 2 of the healing process. But yeah, this had to be done. I hope everything is going good with her. But yeah, nobody should be surprised at this at all. But Bernard, I want to hear what you got to say.
I mean, it's my thing, for one, I agree too. That's the best thing that she's done. Is delete her deactivate her social media. And I did see someone was commenting on her tweet or something, or saying that that she deactivated her page, and I commented on it and said that the person was saying that that people on social media is annoying and all, but it's like I told the person, I said, look, you have to understand, people like Nia Jax, LeBron, and other people out there, they're all public figures. And what public figures do, they're being looked up to. They're being acknowledged by. They're being inspired by someone and all. What Nia Jax did was totally immature, and I call it, girly high school drama BS. It's immaturity. And for those who know me, and I'm gonna let you share too, you guys too. It's like, when I was growing up, I was more on the mature side. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. It was just been me by myself and my sibling. I had like a more mature mindset because I was around a lot of adults. And when I see stuff like that, it irritates the shit out of me. Why? Because number one, you're a public figure. Number two, you beneath the people that kind of bees on social media every day. And number three, it's like you're better than that. I mean, you, like I said, you queen of the ring and you're women's champion. You shouldn't be stooped that low. And instead of you worry about people, mom being sucking more D, you should go to the performance center, suck more D there, and swallow all the skills and promos that you need to become a better wrestler. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real.
Hold on.
I mean,
That has got to be the funniest thing you said in a long time.
hey, is it funny? Hey, it might be funny.
It's the truth, but the way you said it was so funny.
So I kind of
Exactly.
not to defend Nia Jax, but like it's just something that came into my head. Is there like a double standard? Because MJF tweets that shit every other day, and no one says a word, and everybody thinks it's funny.
Here's the problem: he's doing it under kayfabe. He is known to use.
But she's a heel. She's always been a heel. Like,
but
who's to say she wasn't doing that?
She's been doing this for years. Like, she's been going after the fans for years. With MJF, he's been doing it
for years too.
But he's been doing it under a kayfabe reason for his gimmick. Nia Jax's gimmick is not that.
No, but see, here's the thing, though. What if someone asks, but now, what if a man actually says that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like a wrestler would say that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like I'm the man would gotten in trouble. Now, I don't know. I think WWE or Triple H or whoever will talk to Nia backstage. Like, look, man, that was not cool. I think that's the best thing to do. Just deactivate your page. You need to focus on being champion and all. But I feel like if that was a man, and that was a male wrestler or a male public figure say that, especially towards women, a lot of women would take offensive to that, and the man would have got a lot of heat for it. That's another thing I look at it too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's this what goes on social media. This is why social media, like, there should be an age limit on when you should join social media. There really should be. Like, it's crazy the amount of crazy stuff that gets posted on there. It really is. Like, there's a reason why I didn't join social media until I was in college, like in my freshman year of college. I think it was 2018, if I remember correctly. And I barely was on it. I was mainly on LinkedIn. And then, like, during the pandemic, I hopped on to X. And like I didn't go immediately into it when I was young because of all the crazy stuff that happens. But yeah, this was step one of the healing process. This had to be done. It had to be. And the thing with MJF too, he can back it up. He can back it up in the ring. He can back it up on the mic. He can back it up anywhere. Nia can't do it. She can't. And hopefully with some extra time, she goes to the performance center and learns.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens. Probably not much improvement if I had to guess. Yeah. So, Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, like there are so many legitimately good feuds going on at the top of the company in the moment. Cause like we've been saying since Cody won the damn title, unless it was like, I mean, was there a match you were like super into seeing? Because I can't remember like a championship match.
First title reign, no. I mean, the last match I was really intrigued with
was the tag match.
No, was with him and Gunther at I think it was Sweet Saudi Money.
Yes.
But that wasn't for the title, so that doesn't count. So the tag match would probably be up there.
Yeah. But oh my God, it's just like that is so good. And I have to point and give all the flowers in the world to Kevin Owens on that one. He's just been absolutely amazing. And the fact that like it's a heel turn, right? But like, is it though? Because he's right. And it's not like Drew McIntyre, right? Where Drew was right in the beginning. He just got crazy and lost his way and just kept going insane. But it's like Kevin Owens is like, dude, I don't understand why I'm the bad guy here when you teamed with the bad guy here.
It's like it's sort of like with Macho Man and Hulk Hogan back in the day. Like Macho Man was the heel in that situation, but let's be real, Hulk was kind of being a little handsy with Miss Elizabeth, if you get where I'm going here. So, and it's sort of like that sympathetic bad guy, like you get where the bad guy's coming from. I love Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorite not only pro wrestler, this is one of my favorite past decade. I really do love his work. We'll get to the predictions later, but I'll say this now.
Yeah.
They need to put the title on him. I want the
hope so.
title. I want the top, because let's be real, Cody's title reign's been stale, and it's kind of been boring lately, excluding this feud with Kevin Owens. And KO deserves the belt. He really deserves the belt. And we'll get to the Saturday Night Main Event in a bit, but Cody will hold that winged belt. Kevin Owens should take that winged belt off of him. He really should. And
they have a picture of him with it from back when he was in NXT.
Exactly. I was about to mention that. I would love for him to use that photo onto there. I seriously want him to win it. Like, I mean, I would be fine if Cody wins it, but I just want Kevin to win it, have a brief title reign.
That's fine. Cody can,
and like, I think he could win it back at Elimination Chamber. I really think so. And then you have The Rock show up in Roman Reigns, and then you could do the plan, whatever you want to do that final match.
Yeah,
but yeah, get the belt on Kevin Owens, please.
That could really possibly be the only thing to save this title reign for Cody, is if he loses it for a little bit, and then we see that fire and it gets us behind him again. But Bernard, how you feeling about the KO and Cody action going on?
I mean, hey, I love it. It's like I dislike KO for doing what he doing, but then again, KO kind of got this feeling going on, just like, when I do the green segments, when I relate to things that happened in real life. It's like, KO is pissed off. First of all, I agree with both of you. I think it's best if Cody Rhodes loses the title for a couple of months and all, then get it back at Elimination Chamber or Royal Rumble. No, Royal Rumble is too early. Yeah, Elimination Chamber, and then go to WrestleMania with The Rock and Roman. But I agree. It's like, not only Kevin Owens, but look at Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and Seth freaking Rollins. It's like they all have a legitimate point. They all have a common enemy, which is Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief. Like I said, KO is pissed off. It's like, you look at the fact that it's like for 4 years, this man trying to ruin his career for 4 straight years, him and his bloodline. And then it's like he aligned himself with the enemy that helped, that kind of had the bloodline help to lose his first title match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And that, pissed him off. That pissed him off a lot. That's just like what Kevin Durant is like, he joined a team that he had 3-1 and came right back to win the series and went and lose, I guess, to LeBron in the finals. And KD said, well, fuck that. It's like you kiss it up to your enemy. And that and it's like, to be honest with you, that pissed me off too. But in actuality, I think that is best for Cody. It's like his reign is stale. It's like he defends the title. Liv Morgan. He defends the title, but it's like his title defenses are not meaningful enough. It's not.
Mhm.
It's not. It's like we don't. He didn't give us that experience to where one of his defenses was memorable. And
Yeah,
I think
Seth Rollins got into that boat too.
Yeah, Seth Rollins did. He really did get in that boat as well. And we gave up on that title reign, and I don't want to give up on Cody's reign. So Kevin Owens should take the belt. But I do want to tell you one thing, guys, that I have given up on. And I think you'll agree with me, Shake. You were in the beginning of this. I've given up on the White Sex. I've given up on them. I mean, I tried with this faction. I love the promos. I love the spooky nature. But in the ring, after that Raw match, you have Uncle Howdy get pinned by Karrion Kross. I can't anymore. And look, I love Karrion Kross and Scarlett. I think they're being wasted right now, especially because The Miz is boring and the Authors of Pain are terrible. Like, those two should break apart from those three and go on their own, because I think they're great. But this Wyatt Six stuff, I've given up on. Like, I could care less about it anymore. And It's sort of similar to what I felt with Bray Wyatt, where when he was the Eater of Worlds, he turned into the Eater of Pins, Bray Wyatt, where the spooky stuff's great, the promo stuff's great, but in the ring, it's just terrible and loss after loss. And I'm getting to that point with the Wyatt Six. And let's be real, who cares about this feud? Like, I could care less about the Wyatt Six, and I could care less about this dead Final Testament group. Like, I've had it with this group. I've given up on them. I really have. And I don't know where they go from here. I mean, I really don't. You pinned Uncle Howdy, the leader of the group. Like, where do you go?
Well, it wasn't a clean pin victory. I actually don't agree. I'm not full blood, full in with the Wyatt Six, because I agree. The losses are not helping. I think if he just got straight up his ass beat, yeah. Interference, and then Paul Ellering hit him with the powder or whatever the hell he's got. And then that's what caused him to lose the match. I don't know. It's not. You're right. The promos are good. That's good. It's like, I don't know. They just need to start winning. And I think like we see this a lot with new groups, unless like they're getting pushed to the hot top immediately. Like they kind of rough around for a little while. The unfortunate part is I kind of think you see them going in the direction of like an American Made or like an Alpha Academy to irrelevance. That's what I'm saying. Dead. And I can see that happening. I really can. I just think it's too early. I see the signs, and you could be right. Like this could be dead in the water. And we can go back to this and say the professor was right on top. He was studying the books. But I'm not ready to give up on him just yet. I think there's a lot of potential there. They're doing some interesting things. It's just they got to start winning. It's brutal to watch them keep losing.
The only one that I've liked in that faction, and you'll agree with me, is Dexter Loomis. Everyone else has not been.
I've liked Nikki too.
And Nikki's great. By the way, she looked amazing on Monday Night Raw with just the way she looks, the makeup she was wearing, or the face mask. She looked amazing. And I love Crazy Nikki Cross when she was in her Sanity days in NXT. She's perfect for this role. But Dexter Loomis was the guy I'm most impressed with so far. I've been disappointed with Joe Gacy. Eric Rowan's Eric Rowan. I mean, no offense to the guy. He's a nice dude, but like he hasn't really given us the wow factor. And I don't know what they're doing with Uncle Howdy. It's just I really don't know. I just hope they have a plan. But for now, I'm at that point. I've given up with them, and I don't care anymore. Like, I really don't. Like, I mean, they're not American-made level of dead. And by the way, can they end the brand split if you're going to do this stupid rule of this transfer portal?
They're trying to make it relevant.
It's so dumb. Like, it doesn't matter.
So is college football's transfer portal. But anyway,
oh, Jesus Christ!
No.
That's not
different show. Different show. Anyway, Bernard, what do you got on the Wyatt Six? I almost forgot what we were talking about.
Be honest with you, man. I think I fell asleep on it, but it's like I'm not interested in that feud, man. I think I fell asleep. I wake up, all I know is I'll say, "Here's your winner, the Final Testament." Like, what the hell are they doing with the Final Testament? They should go after the Judgment Day. I want to see that feud. I'm interested in seeing that. Yeah, that Judgment Day. Cause it seems like the wife. It seems like this Wyatt Six goes after people who I guess betrayed their family or their faction or their partner or something like that and all.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, you better watch out. But yeah, I kind of want to see them go after the Judgment Day. I want to see that feud and matchup and all. I don't want to see this.
I'd like to see the titles be defended.
Yeah, and
yeah.
What a complete waste of Raw. I still think the tag divisions should be merged together into one brand. That's just my opinion because like the Raw tag brands is just garbage. Like put those titles on War Machine, Hanson and Rowe, or the Viking Raiders, whatever their name is.
War Raiders.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's just a shame what's going on there. It really is.
So You feel like WWE pissed away 30 grand on 2 belts they're not putting on TV? Because I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
holy shit. They got these brand new belts, divided the divisions because they're like, we're going back. Don't worry, guys. And then there's only one tag team division.
Yeah.
Like SmackDown's division is actually good. That DIY and Motor City Machine Guns thing, love it. Tommaso Ciampa, love it.
Love it. I love the
It's
heel
just so
turn
good.
of Gargano. That was really awesome because they were teasing a little bit of a breakup, and then Gargano actually turns heel to low blow and turns Ciampa's like, well, that was easy. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. I love DIY. I love Ciampa and Gargano. Love him.
It's just like every time I watch SmackDown, I'm like, why can't Raw do this?
Yep.
Exactly.
I still think that what they should have done, and I get why they didn't do it, they should have merged the women's division and they should have merged the tag team division together. Because the tag team division's kind of not great. And let's be real, the women's division isn't that great on both sides either. I think if they were merged, it would be better. But
they'll never do that now.
No, not now.
No.
It's too little too late. It's too little too late for that.
The push they gave the women it started before 2015, but that was like the women's revolution, everything like that. With what they did with that, I don't think we'll ever go back to a singular women's division. And I think it's just a really rough time right now. It's sad that we're like, oh, Becky and Charlotte are coming back and Alexa may come back and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, there's plenty of women here. Make them relevant, please.
Yes.
You know how to do it. And if they can't, don't put them on TV. Shove the same fucking 5 women in our faces every single week. If they're good, I do not care. I really don't. I'm sick of watching Pure Fusion Collective. I'm sick of it. Zoe Stark is the only one with any potential left, and she's on thin freaking ice at this moment. I don't know why I chose freaking there instead of, but whatever.
She's terrible. So listen, no offense to Zoe Stark, she's terrible. I
think she's just too small for her wrestling style.
I don't know, but you know what I think would have been nice too? Why can't we have another Revolution pay-per-view where all the females compete on the show, just like they did? I think it was 2019, if I remember correctly.
That was a fun one.
That was a fun show, and I liked it. Why can't they do that sort of pay-per-view here if you want to build up the division? I think that would be a perfect way to start.
I mean, okay, so you have both. Okay, so the finals for the women's U.S. title is Saturday night's main event. Big, not as big a moment as that could be, but a pretty big moment for whoever wins that. I hope to God Chelsea Green, but I think that'd be an even better idea. You have 2 brand new women's mid-card championships. One of the finals starts the show. One of the finals ends the show, and you can fill the rest with meaningful feuds or have a tournament. In-show tournament for or like a finals or something, like couple final matches for like a trophy for the women, like or not a queen of. You could do Queen of the Ring if you freaking want to, but do like, you know what I mean? Like they had the Mae Young Classic. Thank you, Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, Mae Young Classic. Or
why not do those 3 finals on like a 2-hour show and give it strictly to the women, like they're doing Saturday Night Main Event, a 2-hour show. Give it to the women, put it on cable so a lot of people can watch it. Like, I think that's an awesome idea. Do you have the women and bring NXT women into that? Because that's the best women division we have.
And all of pro wrestling. And all of pro wrestling, NXT has the best women's division. It's not even close. Right. It was TNA, but now since Jordan Grace is gone, a lot of notable names in that division are going to be gone soon. It's NXT's women's division that's on fire right now. I do want to mention one thing also about TNA. I am very, very interested to see where they take Julia and Roxanne Perez at New Year's Evil, because that is going to be a fun match. And
I think that's going to main event.
I think it's going to main event for one reason. I think Roxanne's going to get called up. I think she's ready. I think she's going to get called up.
I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And Trick Williams too. I mean, I know we talking about the win, but I think Trick Williams is going to get called up soon as well. NXT Women's Division is on fire, which I agree with Roxanne Perez on that. Which I believe she should be the WWE Women's Superstar of the Year over Nia and Liv, because she the one that actually carried that division.
Yeah, and
Nia
she
is
carried
crazy, Nod.
she carried that division so well that
Yeah.
she was originally, fun fact, she was originally going to get called up last year, but because of Cora Jade's injury, she stayed. She's the reason why that division stuck together, because without Cora Jade, which she was a big star at that time, she
Yep.
held the division together. And
They were looking around at that time, like, who the hell is going to step up?
And she stepped up, which is why
Yep.
when we do our, probably the last show of 2024, when we give our best ofs, and then there are predictions, we'll talk more about that later. Spoiler alert, best women's wrestler in WWE, Roxanne Perez. Don't at me.
Yeah, Roxanne, she carried it.
So
And then you got Jude.
we'll just roll on with that women's division. Lola Vice and Jada Parker got to rough it up a little bit. Little NXT underground action. We finally got that payoff. Bernard, I'll let you roll with it.
Yes, so guys, let me tell you, Lola Vice, her hands don't lie. She basically choked out Jada Parker, and I love Jada Parker, but she choked her out basically with one hand, because her hand was like kind of spraying. I guess we was trying to do that spinning back fist punch, and it hit the the corner of the ring. But Lola Vice, hey, you gotta keep an eye on her, guys and ladies and gentlemen in the chat. Lola Vice her hands don't lie. She doesn't. And now after this underground match, she's officially 3-0 in underground matches. They should make a women's underground championship just for her alone.
Ooh,
They should.
I like that.
They should.
By the way, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, those two are the future. They really got something in those two. If Jada Parker, by the way, we said this last episode, if she doesn't pull another Booker T, she should be on the mic. She should be fine. I think these two have potential. I mean, we don't know how long it'll take, but unless something happens out of the ring or bad creative happens, these two have potential to main event a pay-per-view in WWE. They have potential.
Let alone becoming champion. Let alone becoming champion. Her, Lola Vice, Stephanie Becker. But I think she's gonna feud with Julia in the near future. I don't see that coming, because she already said she want to face her in NXT anyway. But that match was something, man. Shake Big, what's your opinion on it?
It was cool. I like Lola Vice. I've been a fan of hers for a little bit. Jada Parker, she's one of those that is up and coming, and it's just more examples of like one after another. It's like, oh my God, when does the women's division stop? And they're doing a great job of recognizing. Excuse me. Taco Bell sneaking up on me. They're doing a great job of recognizing talent down there in NXT. And I think, that the ID program is going to help with that. You're already starting to see some fruits come off of that tree. Well, not really. I guess the seeds have just been planted. They got a couple signees going on and stuff like that. But, I mean, NXT is in a really good spot. It's like Roxanne gets called up. Who cares? Yeah. Not in a bad way. It's like you're fine. You have so many other people you can turn to. Stephanie Vicker, Julia, Jade, Zarya. I mean, like Sol Ruka is someone we've talked about.
Oh,
before.
she's that moonsault she hit, and
oh my goodness,
oh my
beautiful.
God,
her buckshot lariat was crazy too.
Oh well, she hits. She's amazing. She even does the Young Bucks, going from I think the floor to outside of the ring. I'm trying to remember what it is, but she does a lot of what the Young Bucks does. Like you could tell she's inspired by them. But Sol Ruka is amazing, and her Soul Snatcher is one of my favorite finishers in WWE. It really is, and she hits that move creatively. Like the amount of times she does it differently and out of nowhere.
Well, you worry about moves like that, right? You're like, wow, it's kind of hard to set up. And not to point fingers, but another move that's like that is the Oblivion. And Liv is not nearly as creative as Sol Ruka. The Oblivion is such a bad finisher.
And it's sloppy too. That, like, no offense to Liv, but like that move, the way she hits it's sloppy. It really is a sloppy move.
It used to be better. She's actually, I think she's gotten worse at it, but that's
yeah,
not really
yeah. Lately it's gotten worse, but like during her Riot Squad days, you know, those days where she was constantly facing against Sasha Banks and Bailey for like the 10 billionth time, she hit that move fine. I wonder what happened there, but
right.
I mean, I don't know. Want to know what else is interesting? Oba Femi, dude. Every time I watch this guy in the ring, he's amazing, and he won the Iron Survivor match. By the way, best part of the match when Ethan Page basically has to go into the box. Oba Femi's in there. He's like trying to get out. He was going on the top of the roof, and he was like, "No!" and he gets beat the ever living heck out of. Like, my God, Ethan Page is great. I always called him a hidden gem in AEW, and I'm glad he's getting more of a spotlight in NXT. He is awesome, dude. But Oba Femi is way more awesome, and I'm glad he won it because there's a ton of speculation he's going to get a call up soon. And you can't do, and Bernard, you convinced me on this because I rewatched the previous podcasts we do. He needs to have at least one challenge for that NXT championship. He really does. And whether he gets a quick little reign with it or he beats Trick, I want to see him challenge for it. It would be great to see him hold that title. It really would be.
I
love
to
Oba
stand
Femi.
and deliver. At least to stand and deliver. And see, that's the direction NXT is going, which I've been saying also too on here. Have him do like a Gunther move. Have him, okay, you was North American champion. Okay, now let's see, go after the main NXT championship. Have him win it at New Year's Evil, or let him hold it until stand and deliver, or however how long you want him to hold him to. Then next you get called up to the main roster. Right now, to be honest with you, he could go one-on-one with Gunther easily right now. If I be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree because
I'd pay money to see that.
Gunther never has a bad match. Like, I can't remember the last truly terrible match he's had. That's not Berlin. His fault. Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that Bash in Berlin match. Jesus, that was
literally
bad.
The only thing I can say.
Bash in Berlin was a bad show in general.
So bad. I actually felt bad, like, when we were reacting to that live. Like, I remember feeling bad that we weren't talking about the matches, but they were just like so horrible and uneventful. It's like we just said, okay, they won. So what else do we want to talk about?
That was probably one of our worst reactions that we've had as a watch party. And I feel bad about that too, but it was so boring and predictable too. Like, my God.
I at least thought the main event was going to be good, and boy, was I wrong. We're getting a little short on time, so I want to make sure we get our predictions in here, and we can touch on a couple other items if we got time at the end, and save what we don't for next week. And I don't think there's only one thing I think I definitely want to at least touch on, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm starting at the bottom this time, Chad. If you want to follow along, WWE.com. Saturday night's main event is back from beautiful Long Island, New York, the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum, the Collie, as the boys call it, the barn. Love it. Old building fans may not love it, but you don't understand. Actually, fans in that area will. If you're not from there.
I'm from there. I love it. Even though I'm a Rangers / Sabres fan, I still love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of character in that arena. 4 Stanley Cups, but we're not here to talk about ice hockey. We're here to talk about pro wrestling. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. A matchup that kind of sprung up out of nowhere. Isn't very surprising. We just weren't really sure when Drew was going to come back. We kind of figured that was the direction he was going to go, especially with Sami rejoining the Bloodline for War Games. You know, Drew ain't going to like that one bit. This is just a filler match. It'll be fun. We love Sami. We love Drew. They'll put on a good show. I mean, you guys can predict this one first.
I'm
I got
not
Drew winning.
Yeah, Drew's winning. I'm not shocked they had to go this route because, like I mentioned last week, Bronson Reed's going to be out for a while, and I predicted it right. I predicted that right. I said he's probably not going to be in time for WrestleMania, and because he broke his ankle, I believe it was, which I'm not shocked at all he did. I mean, he's lucky he didn't break both of his ankles with that dive. He's going to miss this WrestleMania, and he's probably going to miss a few months after that. So, yeah, don't be surprised if we don't see Bronson Reed till like mid 2025. So,
That's like May, June-ish.
yeah, around there. But yeah, Drew's only in here because Bronson Reed is hurt, and you're not going to have Drew lose in his first match back. So yeah, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I'm going with Drew in this one as well. Like Sami Zayn at this point in his career, he could take loss after loss after loss, and no one would care. Everyone would still cheer for him. We love Sami. So I think it definitely does mean a lot more to Drew just coming back. Rolling right along with it, upgraded to a triple threat match here. The World Heavyweight Championship being on the line. Challengers Damian Priest and Finn Balor will take on Gunther in a triple threat match. This is only going to go one way. Either Priest or Finn is going to possibly ruin it for the other. I think Gunther squeaks out of this one.
Thank God this is a triple threat match, because it was if it was going to be Finn Balor versus Gunther, it was so predictable that Gunther was going to win. I mean, I'm glad it's a triple threat match. Now, Gunther ain't losing that title, but I'm glad it's a triple threat instead of a 1v1 with Finn Balor. No offense to Finn. I could care less about Judgment Day 2.0. I really don't care. And I love Damian Priest, but like, this feud's missing something. It really is. I can't get involved with this feud anymore. Just have Gunther win. Damian Priest versus Finn Balor will probably finish off at Elimination Chamber or on Raw, or probably on a Saturday night main event in 2025. But yeah, I can't. Gunther. Hey Trey, what's up, buddy? I see you in the chat.
What's good, dude?
Bernard, what do you think about the match?
Yeah, I got Gunther, but I don't know what these might be one of the matches that they planning on doing a major title change on. Could this be the one? I don't know, but we'll see. I got Gunther winning. Gunther.
That is true. Yeah. There was a report that there is an expected title change, a big title change to happen on this show. Kevin Owens didn't mean to cough there. My fault.
Well, there's a couple of things. I don't necessarily think it's Gunther. There's a couple of names I'm looking at dropping the title this Saturday, and one of them is the next match I'm about to introduce here: Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. I wouldn't be all that surprised if Io Sky ended up winning it, and they are teasing us with this major title change, thinking it is going to be Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, but in reality, it's going to be Liv losing the title to Io, because Io and Rhea had a little tug of war for the title on Monday.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind Liv losing that title, because her reign's gone on for far too long. She had a great reign though. Does
Liv win the Rumble?
No, I still think Rhea Ripley wins the Rumble. I've said it from the beginning. But
what if Rhea wins the title at Rumble against Io?
I don't think so. I don't think that's what's happening. I'm predicting that Liv wins this. I think that they're going to take it to the Royal Rumble, maybe have a rematch there.
Okay.
And Rhea wins the Rumble, because I don't. Who else would is a good candidate to win that Rumble? I can't think of anyone
besides a scenario where
no, I don't think she's going to be ready. And Tiffany
even if
Stratton,
she came back,
Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase on Nia soon. And by the way, she's came across like a complete fool these past 3 months. I've said before, and I said it again. The worst booking, the most disappointing booking, has been Tiffany Stratton with that briefcase. Hated it from the beginning, hate it now, still hate it. But I still think that Liv is going to hold that title till Mania, where Rhea Ripley takes it off of her there. But could this be the match Io takes the belt? Wouldn't mind that, but I'm still predicting Liv Morgan.
All right. Well, see, my goal is okay. I think I have Liv winning, but see, I also been thinking about something because I've been paying attention a lot on social media. What if Io does win the match? And then whenever Oscar comes back with Kyrie Sane and all, well, I think Kyrie Sane not injured. Well, if Oscar comes back and next, she turns heel on them or turns heel on Io, and then that's when Kyrie Sane is in the middle of it all, and they set up this big triple threat match at WrestleMania.
What about Dakota Kai?
Dakota Kai might be women's IC champion around that time. I don't know.
But she's still part of Damage Control.
Right.
So
well, she might take Io's side. I don't know.
Or they do a fatal 4-way for the IC title belt if she wins. I still think Raquel's going to win the belt. But
who you got winning? Nick.
This match?
No, Shake Bake.
Oh yeah, I really have no idea. I really do think the major title change is a swerve. I'm really gonna hate myself. I'm gonna give it to Io. I why not? Because I really just don't know. This one, I also don't know, but I feel more strongly about it because this seems to have more future implications for both people than the women's title match. And I say that because whoever wins that women's championship match, like if Liv wins, Io's out of the picture. It's irrelevant. If Io wins, obviously Liv is still in the picture because she just lost. She'll be involved. But in this scenario, if Kevin loses, he's not going to go nowhere. He's not going to take a loss on the chin and be like, oh, well, shucks, guys, I lost. Like, he's not going to do that. And if Cody Rhodes wins, they're going to go back and forth for a little while. I think the best possible, I said at the start of the show, best possible thing for Cody Rhodes is to lose the belt at Saturday night's main event to Kevin Owens. And I think that would be awesome. However, I don't think that's happening. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win.
Book it. Kevin Owens wins the title. I've said my piece on it earlier. I'm not going to waste time. Kevin Owens.
I want Cody Rhodes to win, but what Joe Way and Shake Bake said, Nicholas, it makes perfect sense. I think it's best. Do I like it? Maybe not, but hey, this is life. You don't always get shit your way. So it'd be best if Kevin Owens wins the title. Let it hold on to maybe for at least maybe to Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. Have Cody Rhodes win it back, and then that's when the Rock comes up, shows up on at the pay-per-view, challenges him to a title match, and Roman Reigns comes out, he challenges too and all. Which, by the way, I think there's a rumor going around that all three of them is going to be on the same show, and Roman Reigns is going to have a real match on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, so, I think that OG Bloodline's going to go to Raw and whatever this transfer portal thing is. Just end the brand split, WWE. Please. It's that simple. Sorry. Had to.
No, you're good. You're good. So let me get this right. So let's just say if perhaps this is true, that clip that I don't know if you watch a Shake Bake, but the clip with Triple H had Cody open up that briefcase, golden lights coming on and all. Okay, let's just say that's the Wing Eagle WWE Championship title belt. You mean tell me Triple H got that out and Cody Rhodes did that commercial off for just Kevin Owens to possibly win it?
He also did say one night only, so it very could be possibly that yes, that is the reason they did that.
But yeah. Kevin Owens also used to hold that belt in NXT. We mentioned it earlier. There's photos of him holding that belt. Why not have him hold it?
Belt?
Yeah, in NXT, there's an old photo of him holding it, which is why
they did a photo shoot with retro titles back in the day, and he was holding the Winged Eagle.
I think it would be cool when he wins that belt with the retro belt. He basically boasts about, I've held this title 2 times by previous legends, because every legend who's held that Winged Eagle belt, except for Psycho Sid, are in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's a fascinating fact for you. And by the way, WWE inducts Psycho Sid. You got to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be a fun show. I will not be here Saturday. I'll be in Philadelphia, but
what about the U.S. title match? Because I think that's going to happen on the show. The women's title
That
match.
wasn't on the preview because the finals is not set yet. The finals are being set
That's
tomorrow
probably
night.
why. That's
Yeah.
probably why. So I guess we'll predict what the finals will be and who wins
Before the show on Saturday.
Yeah. So I'm looking this up.
Newsflash.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Bernard.
I got a quick insight on those on who's winning in the United States Championship. You just have to see when the finals come. I already got it from a very important person.
Is it the
Who
person
was
that's
it?
going to send me that painting in your in your background?
You know what? Speaking of painting, I got another painting and it's purple, and I think you're gonna love it. But yeah, yeah.
This painting is taking on a life of its own. Listen, real quick before we go, this is like one of the more pressing things that I wanted to touch on before we left because there's probably going to be more news by the time we hop on this thing again relating to this subject specifically. Janelle Grant, her lawsuit was legally put back on track. It was paused for the federal investigation, and then a judge ruled, yeah, no, that's okay. Go ahead, do what you got to do. So now that court case is going to go on. So now Vince McMahon is dealing with a federal investigation with criminal charges, and now dealing with a civil case with civil, you don't get in legal trouble for that, but you usually end up having to pay a lot of money. And he's going to have to pay a lot of money, not only to Janelle Grant, but to the 9,000 lawyers this will probably take to not even win, just to be like, hey, we showed up and did the work.
Get those lawyers ready, Vince. My recommendation, hire James S. Murray to become your lawyer for the divorce proceedings with you and Linda.
Hire Johnny Cochran, hire whoever the hell you can call, any famous lawyer you ever heard of, get him on the horn.
I still wonder if he's going to get pardoned. That's why I keep wondering, because him and Trump have a close relationship with their WWE ties. When the Trump Hotel held 2 previous WrestleManias, and Umaga and Bobby Lashley, Trump and McMahon were big parts of that show. So, yeah, not great for Vince. It couldn't have happened to a better man, with all the stuff he's allowed and all the disgusting acts he's done. I wonder when that investigation result comes out, who knew what was going on, and who's going to get affected by this in WWE. Because let's be real, everybody knew what was going on there. Everybody knew. Why do you think Stephanie McMahon wanted nothing to do with her dad when she left the company? Like, you mean to tell me she didn't know what was going on? Everyone knew. Yeah, it's just sad. I hope Janelle Grant wins this lawsuit. I hope Vince McMahon goes to prison. I hope that he has to pay a large fine for this, and the divorce lawyers when he eventually goes that route. But yeah, it's just sad what's going on there. Legacy forever rotten. I mean, Hall of Fame, forget it. Forget he even existed, honestly.
Be the smart move long term for the company.
Man, the lawyers, the policemen, whoever, they're gonna eat his pockets alive. All they're doing just showing up just to get that good money and all, and that's it, man. Vince McMahon ain't winning nothing. It's over. Him, Jay-Z, and Diddy. Oh, it's over.
'Tis the season to go to prison, gentlemen. It's been a heck of a show. We got
who the hell is Jay-Z?
I don't know his real name. He's a rapper. Look it up. We have those gentlemen will be doing the live reaction party to Saturday night's main event live this Saturday night, I believe 8 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's married to Beyonce. Oh, yeah. I know who that is. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Sean Carter. Now I know who that is. Okay.
That is this Saturday. and they'll be live for that. Go make sure you check that out, hang out, pop out, and chat, have a good time with them. And then I'll be back next Thursday along with the rest of the boys, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Go check out StadiumRant.com for articles on your favorite teams, players, and leagues. Drop a follow to Stadium Rant on all social media and all the boys. Don't be lazy. Our social media handles are right there. I'll even give you a second to just. Okay, you see all that?
Yeah.
Do it. All right. Anyway, as always, you know what we say. If you're not down with that, we got just 2 words for you. Acknowledge us. Luna, you're in the way of the mouse.